I had to spend hundreds of dollars to get their school supplies. They're coming here not vaccinated. We just had a COVID crisis. They shut our businesses down. They fired teachers, fire department, for not getting vaccinated.
Who do you think needs to do more? We hear from the mayor of New York, who says he's doing everything he can every day as migrants continue to come in. We are. I will say too, we're live on air. So, but you know, what do you think about what the mayor's doing, and what should the president and the White House be doing?
This is up to us. This is up to each and every one of us to stand up. Nobody's coming here for us.
Right.
We're here for ourselves. If we don't get up and fight for our city, nobody's coming for us. They're coming to destroy it. The reason why they're here is to steal our votes.
Right.
We're not going to be able to live. They're stealing our votes, our kids' future, my birthright, our United States, this great city that I refuse to leave. Do you understand? Nobody's coming for us. These elected officials aren't even elected. They're using absentee ballots. They're being selected.
They're operating without.
What did you think that AOC, you know, when she came out, and other members of Congress, and they had this press conference, what did you think about their comments?
They will never be allowed to walk down the streets again. They have destroyed our city, and New York especially.
Ah! What in the name? No!
Queens
All
is
right,
woken
let's
up.
pull away from this. You see the anger among some on the streets of New York City.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. As you saw there in the opening clip, too hot for even Fox News to handle. New York, a place that voted for Joe Biden by 80% of the city voting in Manhattan for Joe Biden over Donald Trump. Of course, the native son of New York, a man who made New York, Donald Trump. These people are getting exactly what they voted for by having their entire city overrun by so many criminal and illegal migrants that now you're going to have, of course, your voting power reduced. You're going to have all of your public services pushed to the absolute max. And you're even going to have your leftist mayor saying New York is destroyed. New York is done for. Because of criminal migration. Because you got what you voted for. Don't ask me to shed a single tear for you. I cry not for you, Argentina. I do not cry for you, New York City. You voted for this. You get what you deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, AOC can't even walk on the streets or speak on the streets anymore without being shouted down. Check this out.
The American dream. We believe in it, and we will fight for it. With that,
I think that there are 3 points of consensus here that are very important in getting a solution to this issue. The first is that there is consensus here across geography and states on increased federal resources to cities and municipalities dealing with this issue. The second is to allow for work authorizations so that folks in here can get to work and start supporting themselves as soon as possible. They are prevented from getting jobs, they are prevented from employment, and that is part of the strain on our public systems. The faster that folks can access the work that they're asking for legally, the better we can solve this problem. And the third is extension of temporary protected status for Venezuelans, who are the largest population that are arriving here. So with that, we thank you all, and ready to wrap up?
Yes, this is the same AOC that went down to the border and cried and sobbed and stood in front of an empty parking lot, actually, and did a performance. AOC is an actress. She's not a real person. She was acting. And now will AOC cry at all for the people in her own city? Well, no, actually. AOC doesn't give a damn about New Yorkers. AOC is regularly shouted down at her own events and just dances to this fact. This is not a real person, not a serious person. Not a serious person. AOC also using, of course, slang and weird accents when talking to her constituents. Have a listen.
All right, listen, okay, listen.
So, yeah, they're really angry in New York City. AOC can't get a word in. She's standing there with a bunch of other jack Democrats from New York. They created open borders. These open borders were inexorably going to lead to people's livelihoods being destroyed, their cities being pushed to the breaking point. And now you're seeing what's happening here at the Roosevelt Hotel in downtown Manhattan. Something like 70% of hotel rooms in Manhattan are now taken up by illegal criminal migrants. And AOC can't even speak on the streets anymore. Well, maybe this is the way that it should be, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out from Freedom News TV. Really excellent journalism here, showing you precisely what is happening and precisely how heated things are getting inside of the city of New York. The leftist bastion getting exactly what they voted for. Watch.
What is there? What is this here then? Yeah, barriers for who? For who? For us? For the United States? No, you come down. You're complicit in destroying our city.
Environmental disasters. We see so many stories, heartbreaking stories, manifest itself here. But I think these are contentious sections. But we are all Americans. And we all believe in the American dream. That's the common denominator. The American.
Just walk freely in this country. How about that? You're blocking traffic. You're blocking traffic. Excuse me, you're impeding my way. Move.
Legal versus illegal petition.
I got it. Don't worry about me, bro. There's 100 of our colleagues urging administration to use all the
Being vigilant, work and receive information from grassroots communities, migrant families themselves, mutual aid organizations, and more. But right now, I think our main focus is the federal response so that we have resources and a path to citizenship necessary, or a path to documentation necessary.
And Mayor Eric Adams said that the city wouldn't cater to...
I have to run.
Thank you.
Open it up.
Focus on causing this division. It's all coming to you, motherfuckers, right?
You think you're something special?
How is that bringing unity to this nation when you're taking care of illegal immigrants over your own citizens? You're trampling over the
Close the border! Close the border!
Look at this country.
They are illegal aliens! They are illegal aliens! That's what they are, illegal aliens! Illegal aliens!
These are not e-bikes. These things can go 150 miles an hour, 85 miles an hour. They need to be registered. We was at City Hall yesterday. We're encouraging all the council members to support these.
I'd be remiss, however, if I didn't note that there is a group of people who are standing up against this insanity from Washington, D.C., and those people call themselves Democrats. The mayor of New York is among them. Eric Adams is somebody who is a former cop and who is really against the illegal immigration in the city, even though he advocated for it. Now that he's seeing the real-world results of his sanctuary city status, he is now saying that the end of New York is nigh. Check it out.
Support. And let me tell you something, New Yorkers. Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this. I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City. We're getting 10,000 migrants a month. One time we were just getting Venezuela. Now we're getting Ecuador. Now we're getting Russian speaking coming through Mexico. Now we're getting Western Africa. Now we're getting people from all over the globe have made their minds up that they're going to come through the southern part of the border and come into New York City. And everyone is saying it's New York City's problem. Every community in this city is going to be impacted. We got a $12 billion deficit that we're going to have to cut. Every service in this city is going to be impacted. All of us. And so I say to you, as I turn it over to you, this is some of the most educated, some of the most knowledgeable, probably more of my commissioners and deputy commissioners and chiefs live in this community. So as you asked me a question about migrants, tell me what role you played. How many of you organized to stop what they're doing to us? How many of you were part of the movement to say, we're seeing what this mayor is trying to do and they're destroying New York City? It's going to come to your neighborhoods. All of us are going to be impacted by this. I said it last year when we had 15,000. I'm telling you now, with 110,000, the city we knew we're about to lose. And we're all in this together, all of us. Staten Island is saying, send them out to Manhattan. Manhattan is saying, send them out to Queens. Queens is saying, send them out to Brooklyn. No, it's not the game we can play. Open the floor up.